Hi guys, I'm Shanaide and I am here to talk about my top series of 2024. And guess what? It's not a fantasy. It's not a fantasy. It's not a fantasy series. So my top series was the Boys of Tommen series by Chloe Walsh. And I just want to chat about it because, my good God, I think about it every day. So we start with Shannon Lynch. I'm just gonna cry. Sorry, I have composed myself now. So book one is about Shannon Lynch, my baby, Johnny Kavanagh, the man that you are. Johnny is a student at Tommen University, Tommen something, and he is pretty much a Irish rugby superstar, pretty much, you know, and he's stunning, pretty much. Shannon, poor baby, is a Lynch sibling, and she has an abusive father. So this really follows Shannon. I suppose she starts at Tommen because she also gets bullied really, really bad from her previous schools, to the point where, you know, it gets really, really deep. So she starts at Tommen, and then I guess I'll let you pick it up from there. Then we go on to book two. This is more about, I'd probably say Shannon and Johnny, like, navigating their way through life. This one really, really triggered me. I am going to say there is arson in it. I don't know if that's a spoiler. I'm not going to tell you where the arson is or anything like that. But it wasn't listed in trigger. And to me, that should be listed as a trigger, as someone who's gone through arson. And it really, really upsets me a little bit that that isn't listed as a trigger. So authors, take note. Yeah, book two follows Shannon and Johnny further into their lives, how they navigate around their situations with their lifestyles. And this is a very, very heavy book. And the whole series is heavy, but for me, I'd say these two were the most heavy for me personally. So go into it with tissues and an open mind, I suppose. Okay, then we move on to Shannon's older brother, Joey Lynch, and this is pretty much about his childhood, where he gets to where he is, how, you know, his childhood affects the person he was, I suppose. And it also follows Aoife Malloy. Now, Aoife's spelt really funny, and I'm very, very glad to announce that this does have a pronunciation guide, so I respect that. Okay, then we move on to book two, and again, this is extremely heavy, definitely 18 plus. I'm not going to list off all the triggers and things, but there is a lot of substance abuse. So I would definitely go into this being aware of that. It's just very heavy. I'm not going to give anything else away. I just really want people to be aware of the triggers and stuff. And it's brutal. It's very brutal. After the Lynch siblings, we actually move away from the Lynch family and we move on to Gypsy's book. So Gypsy is essentially a side character. However, he has a really, really dark past. And this book was very different from the others. A, because I don't think it was the Lynch siblings, but B, because Gypsy, who is this, you know, absolutely hilarious, funny character all throughout these books, you know, always lighthearted, always laughing, always joking, you know, whereas in this book, you see a complete different side to him. And I think it's just a harsh reminder that even though people, you know, portray this version of themselves, they don't actually feel like that on the inside. Do you know what I mean? Like, one of the other characters, Lizzie, I would say she bullies. She has a very, very harsh friendship with Gypsy, and she absolutely bullies him throughout all of these books. And then when you get to Gypsy's book, you really see how that actually takes detrimental effect on him. Now, I'm not going to sit here and slander Lizzie. I think, you know, her trauma explains her behaviour, but that doesn't excuse it. And I'm a big, big believer in that. You know, so many characters have trauma and they don't treat people like that. So I'm quite excited for Lizzie's book, which I believe is claiming 10. Just to really, really see what is going on in her mind. I just really want to like look inside like her character. But this one's definitely a different vibe from the others. You expect it to be light-hearted and funny because Gypsy is a light-hearted and funny character throughout the other books. But it's not, I suppose. It is still got its moments, like its quirky moments and things. But it's just a very different vibe. So I definitely wouldn't have the same expectations of those books to this one. So yeah, that is the Boys of Tommen series for now. And this, I actually read this at the end of 2024, and it massively took the crown for me, just because of, I haven't actually read a book where, especially this one, I've actually related to something I've gone through myself, and I think it just really, really changed something in me. And I suppose reading about, even if they are, you know, not real characters, pardon me, reading about someone else going through it really, really helped me heal a little bit more. And yeah, I definitely recommend it. It's not fantasy. I suppose it classed as a sports romance. Well, I don't even think it would. I don't know what it counts as. I suppose just romance. A romance series. But each book pretty much, it's like a group of friends and it follows different characters pretty much. But it starts with the Lynch siblings. So that is a series I really hope that people pick up more. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you've read it. Let me know in the comments if you haven't read it. Let me know in the comments if you didn't like it and why you didn't like it. And yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I will probably be back in a couple of weeks with another book series that I'd recommend to you. Or even one that I didn't like. I think I'm going to do. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. But stay tuned for the next video. Abby is also one of the girls on the podcast. She also does individual videos. Check her videos out because they're actually really funny. They make you laugh. Promise. Bye.